Ndị be anyị ekeneni m unu n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị si na ya dịrị ndị Igbo na mma. Dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Igbo midia ka anyị si wee na-ewetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasịta maka ana Igbo and Igbo community and ihe na-ebe na Nigeria. Ya bụ ife ka anyị na-ewetara unu na Igbo midia. Dịka isi wee na-esola anyị, ọ bụ na nke a bụ ụbọchị izizi gị ị na-abịa n'ilu akwụkwọ na Igbo midia, kabaru ka you subscribe and turn on your notification ka ị miss any of our update dịka anyị na-etikwu ya n'ilu akwụkwọ kwa mgbe. Dịka o si dị, o nwere ya wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa gbasịta maka ka ya bụ ife si ada and gbasịta maka ka ya bụ ife si akpọtụ n'ala Igbo. Biko mma achọ ka ige ya bụ ife. Ihe a bụ Biafran Prime Minister Maazị Simon Ekpa. O nwere ife okwu n'ilu akwụkwọ mma achọ ka unu ga-esi ya bụ ife ọ na-adọrọpụrụ anyị ifu nche n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasịta maka ihe ndị a niile okwu. All right, over to you, sir.
And the Biafra will be declared in this country, and we are going to defend it with our guns. We are going to defend it with our men that are very gallantly waiting for a day that the show will begin. I welcome you in Australia. Those of you listening to me in Australia, remember the most important thing we have now is the support from the IOU, from the fundraising, until those people who are hiding somewhere thinking that we are joking will understand that this is not actually a joke. It needed to come out to do more than the Israel did. And in the next 10 years, those who are mocking us today will be put to shame. People in Australia, remember that what you are doing today, you are making a history that will never, ever be forgotten. As I was reading and mentioning names of people who made the Israel independence possible, you are also making the same history for yourself, because your names will be mentioned, just like when we begin to talk about those who supported this liberation of Biafra from Australia, we'll begin to mention your names. Your names will come one way or the other in the Biafra document. It can never be wiped away from the surface of the earth. We will write how we visited state to state, country to country, soliciting for funds, and they were laughing at us. They will tell you how Simon Ekpa was so stubborn and didn't listen to anybody. And from nowhere, they were calling him that small thing in Finland. But today, look at the change of things. It is no longer that small thing in Finland. You see that small thing in Finland has grown like a big python, swallowing all the evil in Nigeria. And it is going to happen koro in their eyes. They will say, what were we doing? This guy don't go far. That is how it is going to end. I am telling you the fact, this thing that is going to happen in Finland from 29th of November to the 3rd of December will be the highest history made in humankind for freedom fighting. I welcome you all. Thank you for inviting me in Australia. Let God touch your mind to understand that we need funds to buy arms and ammunition to defend our land. Thank you.
Biko, can you please, Biko, Biko, on behalf of all of us, Biko, Kenera and your Batobie.
Thank you.
Biko na kunaka.
Easy Gidio. Ukolomwa.
There were.
Uduakomili.
There were.
Ebruniru kanazo, ebrunazo kaniru. Onye mmụọ. Oji ikuku eje. Oji ọkụ eje. Ọkwa agbata obi. mmiri
Ndewo.
ukoro mmụọ
Ndewo.
isi na-ebu ogidi oke ngwu agịlịga onye mmụọ ndewo
And
agbata
also,
obi.
I wish to announce to the Biafra people that after the Australian tour, immediately we will start the Northern Nigeria diaspora visit town hall meeting. So, and the Northern Nigeria town hall meeting, Biafra Alliance, Northern Nigeria will also be in the same Zoom link.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Your Excellency, thank you. You are a breath of fresh air to Biafrans. And we are grateful for everything you have done and everything you are doing. What you said, you are not a man of just words, you are a man of action. You have said, you have reversed the course, you have broken the chain, you have done what nobody even dare to. No one has ever challenged Ahmadu Bello when he openly in international media boasted that Igbos will always forever be under. Nobody in history challenged that until now that you have broken. You have broken that spell over. You have, instead of us to be under, because the scripture said that no one light a candle and put it under a bushel, but you must put it on a top so that it will become a light to everyone that comes in. And that is who we are. And we are no more under the table. We are now on the table. Thank you for amazingly taking us to this point. Yes. 4 categories of people who don't know what is happening, people who watch what is happening, people who talk about what is happening, or people who are making things to happen. So we choose to be history makers, and Australia will be a history making today. And before we're going to begin to show who we are and let Australians begin to release the power that we have. I have one more thing to do, and then it's gonna be all, and everything is going to be loose. The next is a eulogy from Madam Caroline Iwunze. And where are you, ma? Because what she's gonna say is gonna lead to the action side of what and why we are here today. Because if 8 people or 10 people or 38 people of Israel can do, we are more than that. So where are you, Mrs. Iwunze? Where are you, please? Raise your hand so that they can see you and unmute you. Can you see Caroline Iwunze? Okay, that's good. She's in. Unmute yourself now. Okay. Can you unmute?
No, she put off her camera. I need to wait. Let me make her co-host so that she can on her camera again. Unmute yourself, not that camera. Touch the camera again, or press the unmute button. Put on your camera again. Put on your camera again.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
Good. Go ahead.
Odogu.
Your camera is not on.
Chamber. Nwa dị ọra mma.
Ndewo.
Nwa afọ juru. Ugochukwu tụnyelu nwata ka o ji eke. Nwa dike ji mma agha ibusasị ndị ọjọọ oive bụ. Anyị na-asị gị nnọọ. Nwachukwu telu mmanụ. Nwachukwu nyelu ndị Igbo. Akpụ nwa ọ na-ekwu ọ na-eme eme. O nwere onye dị ka gị o. Ịbụ nwa Chineke nyelu ndị be anyị. Ịbụ nwa Chukwu bunili enu mmanwụ ada na-akwa aka ka ị bụ okolobịa akpụ nkụ nwoke Chineke chọrọ mma bunye ya elu were amamife wụọ ya n'isi ife bụ ka ị na-abata ka ọ na-ebi ọbata obi ọbata obi ọdụ nda na-alara ụla gaba n'iru na anyị kwụ gị n'azụ enyi na-aga na anyị kwụ gị n'azụ ogogo ngwu anyị kwụ gị n'azụ ndị fụrụ n'anya karịrị ndị kpọrọ gị asị ịbụ ngozi Chukwu nyelụ Biafra nwa dị ọra mma ka ịbụ were ya gaba ụwa kpọrọ gị asị nwa fụrụ of evil, injustice and criminalism ịda kwadoro ife ọjọọ ma ọlị anụ nkanka mpi ịmara anụ nkanka mpi ga-abụ so mpi julie isi so ọ tụgharịa ebe a onye nọchiere ya ụzọ sụọ ya ọjọọ so ọ tụgharịa iru n'azụ ebe niile bụ so mpi anụ nkanka mpi enyi mba Biafra onye nọchikwa ụzọ ọzọpịa ya dimkpa pụrụ iche ka ị bụ jide ka iji ọ nke nwe aka iji iwetagolo anyị Biafra anyị na-ekele gị n'ife niile ị na-emere ndị nke gị anyị na-asị daalụrị nne ọ ga-adịlị gị mma n'ụtụtụ ọ ga-adịlị gị mma n'efifie ọ ga-adịlị gị mma n'anyasị ọ ga-adịlị gị na ezinụlọ niile mma ọ ga-adịlị mma n'ụzọ niile daalụrị nne ọ bụ na ewezuga gị n'ụsọ anyị aka bụ ndị fụrụ ọfịa anyị na-asị ka Chineke nọ ya na-agọzi na-enye gị ike ụlọ niile ị na-echu mbọ niile ị na-agba ka ọ wee dịrị ndị nke gị mma ọ ga-adịrị gị nwa mma
ise
I greet you, our honorable PM, and I greet you, our formidable media team, the cabinet members, and I greet you all Biafrans. You are welcome to Australia, and we thank you all. And as you can see, I have a very nice bowl of lemons. And we are presenting these lemons to our PM as a gift, just for you to make a hot drink of drink with lemon and ginger and whatever you may have of it, just to clear your voice and to avoid you having cold. Because we know that, we know that you cannot afford to lose your voice while speaking to us. So this is for you. And I will advise everyone to pick a lemon or two and pay for it. And as for me today, I'm going to pick the smallest one for $50 to welcome our PM to Australia. And I just wish that everyone will pick these lemons. Nothing will remain in this bowl, okay? So go for it now. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I will follow your footsteps. I'm picking one lemon with 500 Gemma to make sure this Oliwe, our PM, look, from here is going to join another town hall meeting. This time he's going to be talking to, addressing Biafra in diaspora in the northern part of the zoo. And maybe they're still thinking he's in Venezuela. But look at him here. He doesn't look like someone in Venezuela. So PM, because this lemon dimpa, your voice will not crack. Biko ngwa oruo n'omume Biafrans, oruo n'omume, everyone who is here, begin to raise up your hand and begin to, let's make sure this lemon basket is empty today. And if you buy one, pick one and tell us how much, and we will take note what you are saying, what you are giving, and at the same time, maybe if you have a talk, want to say 1 or 2 words, you're welcome. If you want to ask a question, please, this is your moment. You heard me when I was reading out. Having enemy is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. The reason why we have enemies is because you do sometime in our lives, you are doing something that is good. And that's what you cannot please everybody. So, can we begin to see hands up to make sure this lemon is finished today? Already hands are beginning to go up. I can see His Academic Highness all the way from Europe. His Academic Highness is in the house. You're welcome to Australia. Can you unmute yourself? Yes.
Unmute yourself, Academic Highness. You are talking, but we're not hearing you.
We can't hear you.
All right, maybe because probably you have raised your hand up a long time and some calls came in and must have shifted your audio. You have to go out and come back in again. Just enter the Zoom again and then lift your hand again. It will be better that way because it may have been, the audio may have been corrupted by something. All right.
Okay. Greeting Biafrans. Why I in chair his academy? Mazi Royce, a member of Liaison Australia. He's taking the lemon with 50 ejema.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mazi G.A. Godwin, Akagi Dinenu.
Yes. For the PM speech, please, first of all, I'll be supporting our PM speech with 100 ejema, and I'll be using 100 ejema to take 1 lemon, so that our PM will have a cold copy so that he doesn't lose his voice while going to the terrorist enemies camp on the next meeting. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much. That is 200 ejema together.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And I'll be asking questions later on as well.
Pardon?
I'll be asking questions later on as well.
Okay.
No, why not ask your question? Ask your question right away.
Okay. Now you have the opportunity. Go for it.
Okay. PM, thanks for being here. This question is so important that I actually have to post a 50 ejema just to ask this question. It's so significant to me. In a normal circumstances, when a country comes out of a civil war, like it happens between Nigeria and Biafra during the 1967 to 70 genocide, basically, there is always a date set aside for remembrance of those killed during that ordeal. More especially in Biafra case, Prime Minister, where the victims are mostly children and the elderly, who was starved and bombed to death. Prime Minister, why have Nigeria state for all this while, after its genocide on Biafra, failed to set aside a date to remember those Biafrans massacred during that ordeal? Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very simple. They know that Biafra is unfinished business. And any time they do that, they are very scared of the rise of Biafra. So anything that will give any credence to anything Biafra, they are scared. They don't want to hear it. And that's what is happening. But you see, it doesn't stop the sun from rising. So the main reason is that they don't want to hear anything Biafra because they are scared that Biafra will rise again. And the point is that it is not just, it is a must that we must rise. And not just rising, we are rising to get our freedom at all costs. And so they know, because we can't continue this thing for a long time. The Nigeria state itself is fraud. And so they are scared of what Biafra will do and how they will do it. But as you can see today, it's not, it is something they can no longer avoid. So the reason is just very simple. They don't want anything to give credence to Biafra. Because once they remember the children that died, the next thing is that you remember why they died, the reason they died, and how they died. And that will, aggravate a lot of people who are not even supporting us today. So they don't want to do that. But one thing these people don't know is that everything has time. And when the time comes, you can never cover it with your policy, with whatever you are doing. And the time for Biafra is now. I am telling you, if I have bomb today, if I have bomb, I mean good bomb, that I can press somewhere, it will go to Aso Rock, I will send it. And I will tell you when I'm sending it. I will bomb Aso Rock into pieces. Because we need to do that in order to stop the invasion of our land and killing of our children and women. These people don't know what. Let me not, if I have bomb now, nuclear weapon that I'm in position to do, I am telling you, I will target Aso Rock and make sure I burn it to pieces. It is a part of weakening a terrorist government. And we have the right to do that, but we don't have the equipment yet. So, and I wish that we're going to have that. Maybe that's where we're going to start. As I'm talking to you now, they are having a meeting. The meeting they are having is that this guy is ready to bring war. Please release Mazi Nnamdi. And I'm talking to you now. The meeting took place yesterday. And those who I spoke with know that I said Mazi Nnamdi will be released any moment from now. But one thing they don't know is that let them release him first and the rest will follow. I'm not going to say more than that. But they know that I'm ready. I'm out for this freedom. It's not there is nothing in this life will stop this freedom from coming. When I joined Biafra, I told you people that I am here to make history. I am here to be part of those that you will be saying, as I'm reading other people today about Israel. I want myself to be read. When somebody read about Biafra, how Biafra was, liberated from Nigeria, you read about me. That's what I want, nothing else. And people will be happy at the end of it. Those who were mocking me yesterday, you see many of them are not mocking me again today. Those who was mocking me 1 year ago, you see many of them are not mocking me today. Those who were mocking me 2 years ago, you see they were not mocking me again today. But one thing is that there are still those who it is not about what I'm doing, but it is about it must not come from me. And the good news is that they have no influence to stop Biafra from coming from me. I wish they do, but they don't. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my PM. Amazing answer. Yes. Next person on the right hand is that Sergeant Chua Dalam. Can you unmute yourself? Chua Dalam, can you unmute yourself?
Good evening, Biafrans.
Good evening and welcome.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Pardon me, our international listeners. The group I came to represent, we don't address in English language, we address in the language of heaven, which is Igbo language. Pardon me, I'm sorry. Ekpa my PM. PM ndị Biafra niile gbakọtara aka nye. Ekene gị. Nnukwu mmadụ dị ka nnukwu alụsị. Mpekele nnu atụnyere n'osimiri anyalụ nnu. ototo mba ji a na-arụ n'ọkụ ọ na-epu ome. Ọdụm na-egbu agụ, ndị ilo na-atụ bọmbụ na-agbụ ya egbe, ọ na-agbapụli ya egwu onwe ya egwu. Ịkpọ ka ekene gị, ị ga-adị ka echi a na-agụrụ agụ. Abịa m iwere ọjị, aka ọjị n'afa otu nnọkọ ezinụlọ, wee sị ka m kene gị, ka m kwukwa obere okwu. Ka m welukwa ohere a kenekwa nwaanyị eke anyị, eke nwaanyị, onye isi ndị ọrụ anyị bụ Tọtọ Ngozi Orabaeze. Ọdụ ekene gị, asụsụ ndị mbụ na ndị egede chekwaba gị, ị ga-adị ka echi na echi a na-agụrụ agụ. Welukwa ofu aka a na-ekene Sọrị Akparawa. Nna ekene gị n'ụdị pụrụ iche n'ọrụ na-alụrụ ụmụ Biafra. Eji gị wee na-ekene ụmụ Biafra niile ji fonu ha na-agbasa ozi ọma Biafra. Eji m gị nwa bụ Sọrị Akparawa wee ekene onye ọbụla n'ofu n'ofu. Unu ncha niile bụ ndị na-agbasa ozi ọma Biafra. Ekene m unu. Ịkpọkị my PM, a sị na ahịa akara aka na-eru ọnwa ngwụlọ. A sị m na ogologo akụkọ adịrọ n'ụka mgbede, maka na ama m na anyị ga-eje nọnyere ụmụ nwanne anyị ndị nọ na North. M wee sị ka m bụọ ofu abụ ndị mbụ na ndị egede si m bụọ n'ime mmụọ m. Ama m na taịm adịrọzi, m ga-abụ ya agụla. Ịkpọkị my PM na ndị otu ọrụ ya niile, ụmụ Biafra niile, ebe ọbụla onye ọbụla nọ n'ụwa sọtụrụ, anyị ncha niile bụ ụmụ Chukwu Okike Abịama. Chukwu Okike Abịama bụ chi dị ndụ, bụ chi nke anyị na-efe. Nyawa bụ nna anyị, nyawa bụ eze anyị. Chukwu Okike Abịama kwere anyị na nkwa na ọ ga-ewetara anyị a na eze eluigwe n'ụwa bụ Biafra. Ya mere anyị ji aza ụmụ Chukwu, na-aza nwa eze, na-aza nwa Chineke, na-aza ike Chukwu, maka Chukwu ka m ji aba keba afa m. Ya bụ alaeze n'igwe Chukwu Okike kwere anyị na nkwa bụ Biafra, ọ bịagokwa abịa. Ihe anyị na-echezi bụ ka ịkpọke onye Chukwu Okike Abịama sị na onye nwa ga-ewetara anyị ya, mepee ọnụ ya, kwubie okwu si na Biafra abịago. Ịkpọka imepe na arụ ọnụ kwubie okwu na Biafra abịago. Ọ bụ mmadụ, ọ bụ obodo ọbụla siri ngọ, ya bụ onye ga-anwụ, ya bụ obodo ga-ada n'afa Chukwu Okike Abịama. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu si na oge eji eziokwu wee mebi n'azụ, and o welugo eziokwu wee mebi n'azụ.
I think we lost him.
Yeah,
He said so many things, and I don't know if he has said what he actually wanted to say. Lost him. So, please go ahead, sir.
Vam okubekwa ego na oyeji wele ọjị.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he has said what he wanted to say, but network.
He will try to come back.
He's still there. Yeah. Okay. While we wait for him to come back again, Emma Musa, you are next online. Emma, sure.
Yeah, please. Those that need to on their camera. So if you want to be spotlighted, you need your camera on. So please go ahead and put your camera on right now, especially those that have their hands up. Put on your camera, put on your camera, put on your camera, put on your camera, put on your camera. So if you want to be spotlighted, you need that camera to be on.
Put on your camera. If I Samuel, put on your camera. Yes, Emma, show unmute and go ahead.
Emma, show unmute, yeah.
Okay. Oh, fuck. He said, can you hear me now?
Yes, we
yes,
can.
Go ahead.
Oh, ndewo na ụmụ Chineke. PM m nwoke ukwu. Ele ebe ọ na-ahụkwa m ihu ya anya. Ya hi n'ihu ekwesu hụ m ahụ ya. PM ele ebe ị nọ nwoke ọma.
Ndewo.
Daalụ nwoke ukwu. Again and again.
Ndị be anyị daalụ nne nnukwu unu si wee na-esore na Igbo Media dịka unu si na-esore anyị anyị sị na Chukwu ka abịa mapụrụ mmiri na ya gozie niile n'ofu n'ofu otu anyị kwuru otu a ka ya dịrịrị ise kapakwa alụ ka itinye alụ nke gị na ihe niile na gbasara maka ihe Biafran Prime Minister kwugasị n'iru akwụkwọ ana ndị ọzọ dị iche iche kabarụ ka itinye alụ nke gị ife ichere n'ụdị nke gị gbasara maka ya bụ ife dịka anyị nọkwa na-echekwa olileanya na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ya pụta oge na-adịghị anya na n'ụlọ mkpọrọ anyị sị na Chukwu ka abịa maka inye ya ike nọnyere ya chekwaba ya mana anyị kwuru otu a ka ọ ya dịrịrị ise. Thank you and also stay tuned at Eastern News 24 ka emesịa nụ ndị be anyị.